Hello, kitties! Get your claws out. It's time for the hairball. Welcome back, cats, to another rocking episode of The Hairball. I am your host, Stoney, and today we got some great music for you guys. We got a little bit of Quiet Riot. We're going to talk about a band called the Electric Angels, D.A.D, and a lot more. But right off the bat, we're going to get into a band that back in the day I really dug. A band that's kind of like two versions now, but back in the day they were just known as Great White. And in the early 80s, back in LA, they put out a really great EP with some great stuff on it. Followed shortly after by the album Shot in the Dark, about 1986. Some really good stuff. This will be kind of like our version of Under the Covers to kick off this show. This is Great White off that very album, covering a tune by very not quite as known Australian band. This is the song Face the Day. Right here on the Hairball. Cats. Well, from the album No Fuel for Pilgrims, that was D.A.D. A great band that was around for a little while. Actually, they still kind of stuck around from the other side of the pond. And before that, you heard the band Great White from their mid-'80s album Shot in the Dark, before they shot out into the mainstream hemisphere. But we're not going to get too deep into the whole Great White controversy between Great White with the former XYZ vocalist and Jack Russell's Great White. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into a band that yours truly actually started getting to back in the late 70s. Really got into their first album when I moved back to the States in Atlanta, but this is off of their second album, the title track off of the album Cool Kids by Kix. Baltimore, Maryland. Let's rock and roll. All right.
In the heat of the street of the city, the young boy has the fame, and he walks on top, trying to hang on, but he knows it's
Alright, Cats and Felines, that was Bon Jovi with the rarely pushed The Hardest Part of the Night off their second album, Fahrenheit. Follow up to what many people call the Runaway album, their debut, Bon Jovi. And before Slippery When Wet, before New Jersey, there was this album that also had the great rockin' song In and Out of Love, if you may remember. Some great stuff back when John had a little bit more hair. Some of us have managed to hold on to their hair a little bit. And then before that, of course, you heard the song Cool Kids by the band Kicks off the album of the same name. Cool Kids. Really, really good stuff. Alright. Well, before we kind of move on and chase out of here, we're going to dig. We're going to pull out the pick of the litter. Yeah, this is the stuff they'd say. What do you find in the litter? You find the caca. Well, this was the shit of the shit that you find that maybe you guys didn't see. But right around 1990, there was a little band called Electric Angels that they came together, basically formed out of the band Candy. Got a new singer called Shane. You guys may know Ryan Roxy from a little farther in the future with the Alice Cooper Band. But right around this time, they put out this great, phenomenal rock and roll album. Great lyrics, very interesting stuff. A lot of rock and roll and fun, mixed with some romanticism, some really great stuff. They had the video for Rattlesnake Kisses, which you're probably hearing right about now. But other great stories like Last Girl on Earth, True Love, and Other Fairy Tales. And my favorite on the album, I Never Really Loved You, I Just Love You Too Much. So, I know for a fact that you can find this CD on Amazon.com and other places. So go check it out. Listen to it first, but I'm pretty sure if you listen to it that you are going to dive headfirst into it. I promise you. That's the Electric Angels. Ryan Roxy, pre-Alice Cooper. This is post-Candy. So, of course, it doesn't have Gilby Clarke. Gilby Clarke would go on to join Guns N' Roses and do his own stuff. So it's all good. So, alright, so, well, I'm going to shut up. And we are going to take this out on a live note just like we did last time. And this is featuring a band that has gone through a lot of changes over the years. Started off in the 70s in LA and featured one Randy Rhoads, who you guys know would go on to become a legend with Ozzy Osbourne. But these days, this band is down to their drummer. And they are about to put out a new album. But in the 80s, they were one of the biggest bands on the planet. One of the first bands to hit platinum status, #1 album. Unexpected, from out of nowhere. And of course, that was because in the beginning of March of 1983, Metal Health was released by the band Quite Right. And this right here, we're not going to go out and play you guys just the typical same old stuff, because how fun would that be? So, basically, check out this song. Don't take it to heart. Just laugh a little bit, but this is Life's a Bitch, the live effing version right here on the Hairball, and we will see you next week.
Let's go!
Rock and Roll Tonight will return with more from Quiet Riot and Joe Wall.